You think you understand offside until a goal goes in, the flag goes up, and the whole stadium starts screaming. Was he ahead of the defender? Was he behind the ball? Did the touch reset it? And why does one replay make it look onside, while another makes it look miles off? Offside is the most argued rule in football, because most fans only know the cartoon version of it. So, let's fix that. Let's break down every offside rule situation in 4 minutes. And if you want the no-nonsense football breakdowns, subscribe. The basic idea: start with what offside is trying to stop. The rule exists to stop attackers from just camping by the goal and waiting for a long pass. Football wants timing, movement, and shape, not goal hanging. That's the spirit of the rule. But the real law is more precise than that. A player is in an offside position if, when a teammate plays or touches the ball, part of the head, body, or feet is in the opponent's half and nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent. That phrase matters. The second last opponent, not always the goalkeeper. If the keeper has rushed out, another defender can become the key marker. And the hands and arms do not count. Not for the attacker, not for the defender, not even for the goalkeeper. If only your arm is beyond the line, that is not offside. Same line means onside. Here's the part fans get wrong all the time. Level is onside. If the attacker is exactly in line with the second last opponent, play continues. If the attacker is behind the ball, also onside, even if only one defender is back. And if the attacker is still in their own half when the pass is made, also onside. You cannot be offside in your own half, but being in an offside position is not the crime. This is the biggest misunderstanding. You are not punished just for standing there. It only becomes an offside offense if you get involved in active play, interfering with play. The first way is the simple one. You touch the ball after being in an offside position when your teammate played it. That is the classic flag. Through ball, attacker runs in behind, collects it, offside. Easy. Interfering with an opponent. The second way is more controversial. You don't have to touch the ball to be offside. If you block a defender's line of vision, challenge them for the ball, make a clear action that impacts their ability to play it, or distract them in a meaningful way, you can be penalized. This is why goals sometimes get disallowed when the scorer looked fine. But a teammate standing offside was screening the goalkeeper. He never touched it. He still affected the play, gaining an advantage. Now for the sneaky one. If a teammate shoots or plays the ball, and it rebounds or deflects off the post, the bar, the goalkeeper, a defender, or even the referee, an attacker who was already offside when the original ball was played can still be punished if they then join in. Same if the defender makes a deliberate save. A save does not reset offside. So, if the keeper parries it straight to an attacker who was offside at the shot, the flag should come. The reset question: this is where arguments explode. What if the defender touches it first? Does that cancel the offside? Sometimes, yes. If a defender deliberately plays the ball and has real control with the chance to pass it, clear it, or take possession, offside resets. Even if the defender miskicks it, that can still count as a deliberate play. But if it is only a deflection, a ricochet, a desperate block, or a save, then it does not reset. That tiny difference is why one touch makes a player onside, and another touch does not. The 3 automatic exceptions. There are also 3 restarts where you simply cannot be offside directly: a goal kick, a throw-in, and a corner kick. From those situations, no offside offense is possible from the first touch. That's why attackers can stand deep at corners without the flag going up. The timing of the decision. Offside is judged at the exact moment the teammate plays or touches the ball, not when the receiving player controls it. That split second is everything. The run can finish onside looking, but if the attacker left a fraction too early, they were off when it mattered. The VAR factor. And yes, modern football has made this feel even harsher. VAR freezes the frame, draws the lines, and turns inches into headlines. To fans, it feels brutal. to the law, it is still the same principle. Were you ahead at the moment of the pass? And did you become involved? So that's every major offside situation. Offside position, active involvement, same line, rebounds, saves, deliberate play, and the three big exceptions. Once you know those, the rule stops feeling random. Here's my question for you. Should football keep these razor-thin VAR offside calls or give attackers a little more room? Tell me in the comments. I read them all. And if you want the no-nonsense football breakdowns, subscribe. We've got plenty more.